Hi guys, it's Crunch from League Bootcamp here. Today I'll be doing an analysis video on Silver Nami play. Although this is going to be a Silver video, I'm going to be doing like pretty high level analysis of it. I'm not going to be too picky on some things, but yeah, there's going to be mechanical communication, shot calling, decision making, like that's all going to be included. So yes, stick around for that. And we're going to start the video now. Alright, so just looking at team comps, you've got what are you up against? You're up against a Caitlyn Morgana lane as Nami. Okay, so is Israel Nami like actually wouldn't be that bad in that lane. You've got like sustain advantage. You have a decent amount of poke to trade back with Israel as long as you can position in lane. Looking at starting items, if you can try and like decide on this before you start the game, like rather than spending the 14 seconds doing it. In general, I'd go like not many people actually buy a green ward in bot lane. In fact, I probably see it one in every 20 to 30 games at higher level. You can quite often get away with just like rotating your trinkets in and out, and just dominate your lane with. I'd probably go two cookies and 2 mana pots on Nami. Because the lane presence is like a lot, yeah, it's a lot more important than like having that ward. You just kind of have to watch the map and look at the jungle rotations and time it out. And I'll point out some of those timers for you. What runes are you running, by the way? A lot of AP.
Yeah, I think it's like 26 AP, some armor and some health on this one.
Okay, okay. Um, Some like in general on Nami, not mana regen is really important. Like if you run mana regen blues instead of AP, it'll help you be able to like spam your spells a little bit more because they all have really good bases, but don't scale that well with AP. Hence why she's not seen that much in mid. The spell thieves is like quite a bit of damage on your auto attacks and stuff anyway. But yeah, mana regen's gonna be like that's definitely a big point. Are you running? Is 0, 14, 16 or something along those lines? Because you
Uh,
don't think you have 21 in utility because you don't have the move speed buff.
I don't think so for this game.
Okay, you
So I
can.
can't remember what I've got running on this game. Hang on.
Uh,
Let me open up
oh,
that room page now.
it's not a big deal. I'll talk to you about it later. Okay, so you can pretty much. Okay, start a W. That's not that bad an idea. If you will walk up to auto attack trade first, if they tried to trade back with you, then you're proccing both the heal and the damage. You'd be full health again, and you would have got the auto attack off. They would have wasted the time auto attacking you, and yeah, you're proccing both ends of it pretty much. So auto attack these minions. You want to hit this level 2 faster. If you hit level 2 before Morg gets spell shield, then you can actually have a really good all in with Ezreal here. Especially seeing as you've done a good trade at the start. So you're about to hit it now, move up. Oh, okay, so yeah, it's the, I'll pause it here. Third melee minion of the second wave. So like, pretty much as soon as the last melee minion dies, you should
Yep.
be, I'll move it back a little bit and just show you positioning.
Should be ready to move forward instead of moving back like I did.
Yep, wait, go back a little bit further. Too far. Okay, so here. Yeah, you want to be killing these before they are. Like, you do a good job of zoning with your W. But when there's one minion left, now, like, if you're moving up, attack moving your way up to about here. Because minions won't aggro you, because they'll be focusing on these 2 minions here. If Caitlyn focuses you, then you're going to hit level 2 and be able to all in her. She's got no E, you know she's taking Q, you know Morg's taking Q, so there's no way that they can get away. So if you move up into this point here, like, as soon as this minion, like, that's the last minion right there.
Yep.
As soon as that dies, you've got open, like, bubble. You can position it slightly behind, you ping her as well, if, like, communication-wise, if Ezreal's not on the same page as you, just put a ping on, and, level 2 all-in trade, as I was saying on a comment earlier today, It's approximately 500 golds worth of stats per level up, not including spell bonuses. So like that's obviously spell damage and utility. So having a 500 gold lead or 1,000 gold lead in the lane, effectively, this early is like absolutely brutal, and that's why you need to take advantage of your level 2 if you can. So moving up here, see, you could have probably got a double bubble there. Got a massive trade. They end up hitting level 2 fast, but like if you bubbled them just before they hit it, it might have made a pretty big difference in trading.
Sure.
Okay, so you guys have a nice advantage. So sitting up like pretty much in line with your melee minions at this stage is quite good. Alright, so you see a fight going on in their jungle. You're going to assume that their jungler's up there and getting driven out at this stage. So this ward is actually going to be reasonably ineffective because they've caught out the invade here. He's obviously going for the jungler and stuff. Yeah, there's no need for that if you're like looking at the actual map. Also, what I was going to say about the timers at the start was you're assuming he's going to do a blue to red buff because like they came to lane just as late as you, so they're going blue to red. He will finish his red at about 2 minutes 55, like roughly, give or take. So, and then they'll usually transition onto top. If they're really greedy and they run like all the way back down here, they might make it back here at like 3 minutes 45, 50. But generally speaking, you should be safe bot lane until at least 4 minutes, like 4 minutes 10, 4 minutes 20, if they're doing a blue buff start.
Okay.
Like you can assume that they'll either farm or go further top. Yeah, one thing is try and thread these auto attacks in between your spells. Like you get one out at the end there, but if you go like auto Q or like Q auto W auto, it really helps. Like, a lot of people are running AD runes on Nami and Janna at the moment because their auto attacks are like really potent for poking with. Okay, so you've driven Caitlyn out of lane really early. This is good. The one thing with that bubble there, even if it hit, you wouldn't have that much follow-up damage. You might have got a W off, but Israel couldn't get an auto attack range because of the turret, and he couldn't Q through the minions.
Okay.
So just hold on to that and threaten with it more than actually use it.
Okay. Save mana as well, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's the exact same thing there. It's like, now you have 10 seconds where they can aggress and you can't actually like fight back with any form of CC. Yeah, the reason you'll need to play up is because if you ping Israel up the side here as well, that's the only way he can really trade is with these Qs.
Okay.
Like if you guys play sort of up nice and far. Okay, so you're about to hit level 4, both of you. Morg's already level 4. You're so yeah, with all this like spell spamming, you've gone like reasonably fast in this lane. We know that you could have out-sustained them as well because like Caitlyn's already been back and she's got the double Dorans and stuff now. But as long as you manage your mana and lane with hold up, I will. Okay, that wasn't bad. Like, they didn't get much damage onto Israel. But yeah, as I was saying, like, mana consumption's huge. So you got it. You had Elise coming in, and you like.
Yeah, I didn't even know she was there.
Yeah. So moving up, and you use your W instead of your Q for like CC. I know she ends up spell shielding her, but I think Elise might have been able to take down that spell shield in order for you to hit it. A lot of flashes go off. Okay, I'm gonna watch just the end little bit of this again. Okay, so the exhaust could have gone down quite a bit earlier, like during the initial engage, when you went for that W, I probably would have exhausted because it does shred armor and magic resist now, so you can use it offensively to help like burst down targets.
Okay.
Like these bubbles, some of them aren't bad. I guess just in a communication sense, just ping Israel that you're like actually gonna sort of be aggressive like that. You wanna have the AD carry try to match your aggression.
Okay.
This is one of those things that's not your fault, but it's just something that you could do to like, you know.
It's hard in solo queue.
Yeah, yeah. Well, smart pings. Like it's literally I carry most of my games with, or well, I play most of my games with smart pings, not carry them. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you put your E on before you ran in, but you only got one auto attack off at the end of that. I assume you know that obviously Nami's E slows, so if you run up and you apply that E, then if they're slowed, that's a free bubble pretty much. Like it's miles easier to hit that bubble once they're slowed. So if you're gonna apply the E, use it and then your Q. And yeah, just make sure that you're actually utilizing the spell because you only got one proc of it off, and it was like just before it went off. Nice gank from Elise. Very nice. Okay, you know that bush wasn't watered because Elise was sitting in there. As soon as you see Jarvan come out, it's probably best to go into this bush and have your team split because he's going to have to either blind EQ into here and have the potential to miss you, or he's going to have to run up and face check, and your 3 ranged auto attack champions who could probably poke him down in that time. So that's
Okay.
like that's another point. If you're like hiding in here somewhere, these guys would go boom boom boom, beat him up. He might miss the EQ on you, and yeah, you might even like turn that for a 2 for 0 if you're lucky.
Okay.
It kind of happens here where he loses vision in the bush, and then you guys end up turning on the morgue. So yeah, like it happens, but in a much riskier way.
Yeah, we got a bit lucky there.
Yeah, the morgue binding missed. Okay, so let's see itemization on your first back. Sightstone. Yup. And
I try to always buy the sweeper whenever I get the sights then because I don't need the trinket anymore.
yeah, 100%. Yep, every time. Agree with you there. Okay, so 8 minutes. Their jungler would have just finished. Like he would have roughly gone to his blue buff now. Like you know, he's been camping bottom, so you can assume Jarvan's probably going to head down there. His red buff would have just spawned before, but it's probably going to clear up this way. So you've got safety to like get a nice deep ward in here without getting caught out.
Okay.
So like, yeah, we can assume that Jarvan's probably going to start heading up towards the top side of the map. Yeah, that's not a bad ward against Jarvan actually. A smart Jarvan player, if they know that the dragon's warded, would EQ into there. So yeah, that works as well.
I just generally like covering all 3 of those bushes, so at least I know I'm safe around there for 3 minutes.
You guys have a really good dragon team, so like looking around the map and preparing for that. Ooh. Oh man, Karthus was slow on those Qs. Alright, well it was good roam from you to but he must have recalled in that bush. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where he went.
Yeah, he recalled on that first ping about here. Ooh, that was real ballsy of that Israel. Wow. So, okay. Yeah, applying your E probably 2 seconds earlier when he was actually getting a couple of auto attacks in would have made this trade a whole lot better. But as you saw, she was already slowed when the yellow tracks here going in, so it made that bubble like super easy to hit.
I think I tried to him before, but he was just out of range. Remember, I
Oh,
finally got on. I was finally in range of him.
um, okay, so it's about here. So like that, like he's in range there, and you wait. He get two, gets an auto attacking, gets another auto attacking, and then you E him. Like it's no problem. I'm just like pointing it out.
Alright.
So when Karthus is coming from here and you've just like got a double kill, Dragon is like free reign now. Even if Elise is up here and you start pinging it, I think she was transitioning in towards their jungle, but as soon as that trade went, ping Dragon and you guys can pretty much rotate onto that and like turn it into an objective. Because kills into objectives around the like 10-minute mark is where the game really starts like snowballing outwards.
Alright.
Were you checking if it procs on turrets then?
Sorry.
When you scrolled over the spell, were you checking if it procced on turrets?
No, I don't know what I was doing actually. Just
Oh wow, dude, this Israel is huge.
yeah.
I don't think that Morgana's running any armor at all though. Like she's dropping like a absolute rock. Okay, so now once again, like it's not necessarily your responsibility, but it helps you climb if you're starting to make shot calls. So you've just killed there. Caitlyn is also like reasonably low. Transitioning onto Dragon, like you guys, you'll have a two-man advantage no matter what.
I think we're back here.
Yeah, okay, three-man kill. So instead of backing, ping, 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 ping. That's like 1,000 gold waiting for you right there.
Alright.
Moby boots at this stage. Like as soon as you take that turret, laning phase is pretty much over, and you're going to be trying to like rotate the map like between bot lane, mid, wards in their jungle and stuff. So also a pink ward, knowing that I mean always pink ward on a thing, especially if you've got the spare gold.
Yep.
Dragon is up. You need at least one pink to prep for that.
Okay. I'm normally a lot better with pinks, but obviously not this game.
That's alright. I get real greedy on like. Personally, I don't listen to my own advice sometimes and get like really greedy and just buy items instead. But so laying some wards as you ran through, like possibly dropping one into the side brush up here, might have been a good idea. So the one where Jarvan and stuff came through, this one here. You could have just sort of gone off and done that. Did they do Dragon in that time? Do we find out now?
They've done it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So eyes on mid. You've got your wave up. This could be the game change. Okay, that was a really nice wave. That was a really nice wave. Good angle. Once again with the bubble though, like there's all these minions in the way, and that like it would have been better to hold it for this 10-second cooldown. Like you get these all out of the way. Now you have the threat. So now if you advance up to here, you have a zone potential which would take them completely off the turret. You don't really have that, so it's a little bit more tentative. Like they can start running up to here, and they can feel safe because you guys have no CC anymore. Oh man, that chunks. Okay, one thing I did forget to mention is okay, because you have bot turret down, this ward here, if you Yeah, so you laid it. It's kind of you're laying defensive wards like here and here, even though you have the map pressure. Like you've taken bot lane, you have a lead. Where you should be pushing your vision line up to is like their side of the river. So instead of here, you should be up towards.
Also, the blue bush thing.
Yeah. So like if you can, this is sort of where you should be warding. It's like if you can get it deep enough up in here, over this wall. You know, those two spots on bot lane would be good. You put your pink here so that you've got like all of this area completely controlled. Once you take that mid turret down, one pretty much directly in mid there as well, so that you've got this entire bottom side. As soon as they go past their first line of turrets, or like even before they get there, you have vision of them. If they're trying to contest dragon and stuff, you've got like really deep vision of them. So, because they can't come to here anyway. Like, if they get this far, they should be dead at this stage. You guys have like such a good lead on them. So pushing your advantage by pushing the vision up the map. How you do it, I said it in the video which is just uploading at the moment actually, is as the game goes on, you slowly move your vision line up and up and up and suffocate them into their base. And that's how you get really good gold leads. Oh. Okay, just going back a little bit.
Pointless bubble up here.
No, I wouldn't have called that pointless. Like, if it hit, it would have got vision on her. She was like just tucked in here though, so it was like just out of range. I would have definitely laid my ward there, because once again, it's pushing it up the map and getting vision of like anyone else that could be in here. Their mid lane and stuff is missing. Jarvan is coming down here, so getting one over the wall or in here is really important right now. Because someone else could be right here. But chucking your W on and exhausting him as soon as he comes in could be the difference here. Like, so exhaust now, W like to save her, and it would also deal damage to him, which would be shredded due to the exhaust. Might have saved him. So it wouldn't have saved him from the Jace, but you would have got the kill on the Jarvan.
Okay.
Nice flash out. Yeah. Exhaust wise, yeah. He had cooldowns at that stage, so you probably could have held it. Oh, is there a lot? Okay, so you also have Riven, who's just like pressured the hell out of top lane. Not your responsibility necessarily, but if you want to climb, start shotcalling. Ping, 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 ping. She's full health. Like, they're going back. Morgana's going back. She's low. So, you can have like one person hit down here, and the rest collapse on that. Yeah. Half health Jarvan. Morg's there. Riven was already coming down. Dragon is very important. Like, if I'm going to put it into perspective, that is... It's 1,000 gold in 20 seconds. If that. Like, it takes 20 seconds to do, and it's worth about 50 CS. Not often you can say you can, like, collect that much gold.
No. Especially with farming like this.
Yep. Fun fact, if you last hit a cannon minion with Nami bubble, everyone in your team gets 1 gold.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why. It just, that's something.
That global girl.
Yeah. Also, boots would be really good here for the fact Jace is going to be throwing Jace and Morgana are going to be throwing some really crucial skill shots which you need to dodge. So having that would probably be better than the fully upgraded Frost Queens. Also, pick potential, obviously, like being able to collapse on them a little bit easier. Okay, so they have wave clear. So once again, Dragon Call. Oh. Nice wave. So you didn't use your E on anyone either. Even if it's for the move speed, it is like really, really good to. And second thing, in general, especially with an Ezreal lane, I'd be maxing the E. One, the mana cost does not go up, so you sustain your mana like a lot better. Two, it gives you more CC because the slow increases as well as like the damage, obviously. Um, and then W second. You can get like an extra point in W for better sustain early, like you can go 2 points into that and then max your E. And you can max your W as long as you got like mana regen runes or something on to sustain your mana. But maxing Q last because it doesn't scale utility wise as good as these two. Like always Q last. You can mainly
Okay.
go E, you can go W, but you shouldn't go Q. That should be third.
Okay.
Also, you didn't use your Frost Queens to like kite in that last fight. That's
Yeah.
if you're gonna upgrade it, like make sure you use that active. So
I'm horrible at remembering actives.
pink ward, pink ward bots. Pink ward's very important. Like even if you have one down, you should still buy another one. Like
Spares
just
are good.
yeah, because as I was saying, as soon as this mid tower goes down, you want to push all of these like these wards here, push them up to the next tier, which will be like the next brush up or like up to the turret line. Yeah, no follow up, no need.
Okay.
Yeah, like you might have been able to have it there. Like it would have been, like just been off cooldown to maybe trap him onto turret, get in like an extra 1 or 2 turret shots off, or zone him off like an extra couple of seconds so your team gets to recall easier and stuff. So holding on to cooldowns, you never know when you might need them in the next like few seconds. Oh wow! Okay, Israel probably shouldn't have flashed out like he did.
He's pretty ham.
Yeah. Like, if he went in and you exhausted, it would have saved his flash, but I mean, he was going to flash out anyway, so it's not your fault. Like, so they have 2 top, they've got 1 dead. Start pinging stuff, ping objectives, like, tell your team exactly what they should be doing. And that's mid or dragon at this stage. Nice spell shield. So Jarvan behind you. Nice.
No move.
Yep, okay, so someone's already done this mid ward, which was a really, really good one. Oh, wow. Double buffs on Ezreal. Okay, so if they're pressuring top and they already have the wave clear here, it... Oh my gosh, this Ezreal is a beast! Oh my god. He's going so deep. Okay, you've got your Frost Fang. If they do chase, you could just drop that. Still haven't used it, but yeah.
I think I use it once the whole game, and it's in like the last 10 seconds of the game.
Okay. You've had that sightstone at 4 for a while. Like you haven't gone back in a bit, so yeah, 0 of 3 wards laid. That should never happen on support. There, not one stage of the game should you have 0 of 3 laid. And as you were transitioning from mid, you could have had a really deep lane ward. Like this is how I would have warded with those last wards. So as you ran back, drop one here. That gives you vision into the entrance of both the red and the blue side jungles from mid lane. You use a different color of them now. Use pink for wards. So yeah, one here. As you're running down like this way, you could have dropped one over the wall, which will give vision of them either coming through the lane or down from like this turret area. So you would have been able to see them come in there and actually transition down here rather than go to the wolves. And that would have given you plenty of time to like call a disengage here for release. A third ward could have been dropped, uh, you know, here because you're expecting them to actually take the dragon off you guys because they've got numbers advantage. So yeah, that would have been a good placement of the 3 wards. Oh. So yeah, like you guys had a massive lead and you have like all these turrets and stuff, but just giving them a dragon gives them such a massive gold swing. Turrets are worth 150 per person. That dragon was probably worth about 220 per person, so it's about 50% more gold. Okay, so wait, what's the team comp again? They got Morgana, they got Rise for CC. Apart from that, like, so they've got Morgana and Rise for CC, but if you have Moby boots and good vision, you shouldn't get hit by a Morg binding. So you can like assume that, and unless Rise is in really close like proximity, you shouldn't really get caught in a rune prison from Rise anyway. If they're busting that much CC onto you, it's gonna let your like hyper carry team fucking run wild. Like you've got a squishy Riven, squishy Karthus and Israel, and they all deal like a ton of damage. So if they're blowing all those like CC cooldowns on you, it doesn't really matter. So I would have gone Moby boots for 1. You have a lead, so you're gonna be focusing on rotating and picking these guys. So like that, being able to actually run up and land those bubbles, or run up and land that initiate with the Frost Queens or your ultimate is way more important than the Merc traits here.
Okay.
Also, Home Guard, the upgrade there is probably a lot more important when you're defending your base, when you're being offensive and like forcing on taking turrets and stuff. You probably don't need a boots upgrade. If anything, I'd go captain's boots, to be honest, so your team can like kite back or like engage with you.
Okay.
You have a lot of spare gold as well, so that could start going into, I don't know, Mikhail's, maybe you could upgrade your sweeper, definitely get a pink ward, so don't ever leave base with more than 200 gold, especially on a support.
I think it was just I had a mindset I had to get back into mid because I think they wanted to fight at this point.
Moby boots, get you there quicker.
Damn it. Not as quick as Home Guard.
Yeah. Why not both?
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
Alright, nice fight. Okay, so as soon as your team dies, like there's no pings going out for any objectives, so you guys are gonna start running around like headless chickens. Like Elise goes for Wraiths, Karthus goes for farm mid. Ping something. Like it could literally like be, doesn't have to be Baron, but like you could like ping around Baron, and that like could signal for vision around it, or you can ping mid for the tower. Exactly. Like you know, people like, oh god, like my team's retarded and stuff, and it's like, yeah, well they are, so guide them. Like you know,
Okay.
just no, if no one's talking, everyone's doing the wrong thing, because everyone's going to go do different things. So just all it takes is one ping. So like ping the blue buff or something like that. I think that just spawned right then. So like you could skirmish there. Instead, you're probably not going to be able to take an objective off it. Okay, the blue buff wasn't up. So yeah, Karthus thinks you guys might push mid, so he goes mid, and you know, he looks retarded for doing it, but no one was doing anything, so... Oh, that was a bit rough. He didn't look retarded. It was just like, that was a good call to go mid, but just no one else followed it. And that's what happens a lot, it's like misconceptions of, like, in solo queue. You got a nice KDA of 009 though. That's going well for you.
It gets better.
Mm-hmm.
I think I end up like 03 and 27 or something for the game.
Oh, nice.
So stays the same. Hardly better, but yeah.
Hmm. So you've still only laid that one ward here.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you've only got one. I didn't see the number that came up there.
2.
Okay, so yeah, the second ward on the map. As you're running like up the river, ward, just chuck one here, up and as you do, just light up the map. Should pretty much always have three wards on the map, and like just pretty much replace them as you see fit. That ward will do a lot for you guys. Dragon coming up in like the next few minutes, having that ward up there. See if anyone's going for a sneaky bush top or rotation, and being able to shot call off that. Pink ward, please. Are you gonna go the entire game without buying a pink ward? Please tell me no.
No, I think I get one eventually. I think I didn't buy one just on purpose to shoot you off.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
More advice, eh? Oh, you've even got the nine assists. I mean, yeah, 9 assists, 9 CS.
I like working with even numbers.
Oh man, this Israel is brutal. I really rate Israel highly at the moment. I think he's a brilliant AD carry in this current patch.
It's been a while since he's been in meta.
Yeah, that last buff really helped him out. Okay, so just watch it. Holding on to the bubble until your team is there. Like you don't need to throw it because there's 4 of them and there was like 3 of you at that stage. You threw it at like I think it was Caitlyn and
Rise.
yeah, sorry, Caitlyn and Rise up there. If Jarvan EQR'd, you did have the wave for disengage, but like, a bubble to stop the hyper carries advancing after that would like that'd be really beneficial. So yeah, you see Riven's pinging you back, and yeah, you guys get semi-engaged on. Oh man, I have no idea how that worked out. Oh wow, you're going for a Athenes. Okay, that works too. Against the Morgana and Rise, I'd probably say just going for the
I think I did that because I realized by this point I was just going through way too much mana, and I saw that as the easiest way.
Okay, yeah.
To connect back. And then I was contemplating Mikkel's.
Yeah,
Two at this point.
Mikhail's against Morgana, and Rise would just like pretty much end up GGing it because you guys don't really have a tank. So adding an extra heal as well as a like CC reduction into the equation is quite a good idea. Wow, nice heal from Israel. This Israel's a god. Nice turn and wave. Okay, so oh, did I just? Oh, sorry, I'm like changing the aspect accidentally.
I think I did the second too, or 5 seconds too late here.
Okay, so it's a nice bubble here, and you isolate like right here. Okay, so you've isolated the Rise, and like you guys are obviously going to collapse on him. As soon as you do that, just disengage the others. Like you want to put all focus onto this one target.
Okay.
And like that, right here, all 3 of them would like take the full brunt of that wave, and it would stop gap close from either of those 2 if they tried it. Yeah, I think you all would got out. Especially if you used your Frost Queens. But
Yeah.
okay. Whoa. He is very lucky. I'd be hugging that wall like mad if I was him.
I was taunting my brother at that point
Yep.
because he was screaming like, "Oh shit, run!" I'm like, "Die, die!"
Okay, so in your head, you know I'll ward Baron. If that's like, I don't know if that was the intention just to ward it to make sure they're not doing it, or if you guys like had the intention to do it. Um, Either way, so you know, like you've got that in your head. Pink ward, please. Like, seriously, as a support, you should buy at least like 8 to 10 pink wards in a game, probably.
I'm normally a lot better with pink wards. This is obviously just a horror.
Ooh. Shooting a bubble into there might have been the safer option before you face checked it. They had respawned and like weren't on the map, so. Also, dragon timer. Okay, so yep, someone's got the ping down on that. I know you've just placed the 3 wards there, and that's like there's not a problem with that. You probably didn't need the one directly in front of Baron if you've got like
Those two.
yeah, like these two plus the pink, because there's no way that anyone will sneak through there unless they all jump over the back of the pit or run this really long way around and lose all map pressure, like just guessing that you've warded that. So 2 wards there and 1 ward in mid, because that will show what way they're going to rotate. So like dropping one here on your way through would have been really, really good to see if they're either going to try and fast push you as you do dragon, or if they're going to push to here and rotate down. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you take dragon because it's the easier objective here, and there's no threat of them taking Baron. I mean, you end up seeing Jarvan and Jace sneak through anyway. Nice bubble. Yep, you've got Riven split pushing. Oh, that bait though. It's alright. That, wait, yeah, it's alright. You know about that. I'm not going to comment on it. So, E on Israel. So yeah, Israel fired a Q, and if it had the E on it, it would slow, and he probably would have been able to like follow up. I think he dies to Karthus anyway, but yeah, E on to the Elise doesn't do that much. Oh man, sniped by that Kaelin, the worst feeling. Oh man, the chase.
Is real.
Yeah. Gotta get that farm on the support. Okay,
I get none of it.
I can see why you're a support main now. You last hit like I do. Oh, but you literally missed every single one. That's impressive. Like, that's
It
very
takes skill.
impressive. Yeah, that is. That's. I can definitely see why you're a support main. Trust me, I'm like in the same boat. I suck at that shit.
No pink.
Nope. It's exactly 100 gold every time, and a spare slot, and I'm just there like, please.
Please, one time.
Man, Israel was hitting like an absolute truck with that Blade of the Ring King, and like, that's interesting because I thought they'd be going better with a Bloodthirster into that team.
I personally don't like Blade on Israel, but that's just me.
Oh, it's situational.
I got one.
Start heading up towards your Riven. She's going ham. Eating yourself over. Oh, bubble. Oh wow, that had like a weird delay on it. Okay, so nice. Like, ping the Baron. That's good. Ward over the back. I know Jarvan and Ryze are there, but still, if they came down, or if someone else is still alive. Have you got 3-man dead at the moment?
Three of them did, I think, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so if
That's why I wasn't so worried about the ward if I knew they were dead.
oh, I don't think Caitlyn dropped in that fight actually, but still hit tab just to see death timers and like double check, and, you know, no teleports, no death timers, no, like, just bring it up and, you know, have it for sure.
Look! Look!
Oh, you've got one. Yeah, I go by the statement that you probably shouldn't ever leave home with more than like 400 to 500 gold. Like, there's always something that you can put in there. Okay, for like a support. Other roles, you know, they can like save up for BF swords and stuff, but you can always sub in, like, you could have bought the sweeping lens for the trinket, or health crystal for a locket, or something like that. Like, the supports can like skimp on like real easy, like low budget items, and wards obviously. So wards, health bots, and like ruby crystals are your friend. Nice, but once again, like, minion line was here, and you didn't have that many minions left to tank turret. So if you did hard dive this, which against a Jarvan was probably not going to be a good idea. Yeah, turns out like the only reason this turns bad is because they like overextend for it. Like, if they turned on the Riven and like didn't hard dive your Ezreal, you guys would have to go under their turret, and this like trade would completely turn.
Okay.
Diving into a Jarvan, and if Morgana was there, would have been like scary as hell for you guys. Like, lock you down for like 5 seconds on the turret. Oh my god, that Ezreal! Let's go. Exhaust. So yeah. Pseudo-C flashes in, exhaust, take away all that damage. Frost Queen the backline so that they can't advance. And yeah, you might have been able to flash out, or even turn the trade, because Ryze wouldn't have been dealing that much damage.
Okay.
Oh. Messiest fight. Wow. Riven. No, that's okay. Oh, she could have kited around that a little longer, I felt. And, like, got the extra auto in to get it. And then Jace chasing too long. Anyway, okay, let's see what you go for now. I don't know why they're recommending, like, some weird as hell items on the Twin Shadows. You're like, you're so tempted. You're like, fuck it. Okay, so, yeah, Mikhail's.
I wanted to get greedy.
Wow, this Riven went Randuin's before finishing Last Whisper. That's pretty nice of her to go like tanky. It's not smart, but it's like nice knowing that you guys don't have a tank.
Is there any point in me bubbling Dragon there? Does it do any damage? Or
I was asking myself the same question, and I'm like, well, you have maxed it, so probably actually. Like, you know, if it wasn't maxed, then no, hell no, it'd be doing like 30 damage. You waste your time, like an auto attack could do more. You lead with your W quite a lot. Leading with a Q, a lot of the times that you're doing this might have been
game changer there.
Yeah. Like, quite a few other times you walk up and you lead with the W. Reason, if you lead with a Q, or if you lead with like an auto attack and they trade back, then yeah, you get the heal proc and it, like, you're full health, and you know you've got like extra damage on them. So it works the same way. No,
Yeah,
I know I said that at the start. I'll just repeat it. You guys have a nice siege comp. You got like 4 ranged plus Riven, so. You got a fair amount of cooldown reduction now as well, so those bubbles are coming out fast and hard.
That's what she said.
Yep. Oh, exhaust again. Ah! Exhaust, heal, prepare. Yeah, I'll go back over it and like sort of talk my way through. Let's go to 51. Okay, so here, staying like in over here and like threatening with maybe a double bubble up here along with your team. Yep, like you are. Way overextended here though. Like you only need the zone so that they can't hit the minions. They can't like attack them. So it like in line with the turret is probably where your zone potential needs to be, and that's your zone potential is pretty much the range of your bubble, which would be like up towards
back on the steps.
So yeah, like staying here because once again you probably won't want to straight up dive this. Not into a like that would be hell for you. Diving into a Rise and Morgana would just like crap on your team.
Okay.
And then, yeah, doubling back again. Straight away, as soon as you see him going, like, you're gonna die against this comp, so exhaust. Maybe chuck your. Yeah, you can Frost Queen any of these 3 targets. I probably would have gone for either Rise or shot it out at Jace, and then just been ready to, like, flash my ass out of there.
Right. So is it worth exhausting knowing that I'm gonna die, or is it?
Well, no, it would have saved you.
Okay.
Because, like, his damage reduction would have dropped, like, massively, and you would have got out 100%. And then if you flashed back and then waved forward, you wouldn't take another last turret shot, which is, yeah, that's the reason you died, was last turret shot. Ooh. Ooh. Wow, at least has a Zonia's. The hell's going on? Oh. Rip. That was a messy fight all around, but you weren't in it, so I'm not going to analyze it too much. Oh, oh no! Alright, that was really messy. When you're dead, like, check timers. Like, hit tab and look at what the next objective to get is. See how long's on Baron.
I should have been doing this while I was dead.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can watch your team, but yeah, just upgrading sweeper, maybe a blue pot to max out cooldown reduction. Like that, for example, could have been just a good idea there.
Okay.
Sitting on 1300 golds, like yeah, it's probably gonna be like. You can assume that the next team fight is probably going to decide this game, like, or end this game for you. So, like, buying a pot at this stage when you're this far ahead is, like, it's an investment more than anything.
So should I pink ward this, or should I just use my sweeper instead?
No, 100%, that's pink ward. Like, because how are they going to kill this pink ward? They're going to have to go right around here and, like, auto-attack it. How far back to their tower is it when you guys have, like, Israel to chase, you have Karthus Wall, Riven and Elise are pretty mobile as well. You've got Wave, so there is no way this pink ward should die for the rest of the game. 100%. Like this should stay here for the rest of the game. So, and also because you guys have been so pushed up lately, what you can do is you can make the assumption that there was pretty much 3 minutes spent in this area of the map, right? Like at least prepping over towards this turret. So you can assume that they have not warded this because none of them have made it past, like, you know, here on the map, probably like I'll draw a line. That's the only possible zone. Like, for the last 3 minutes, you can assume that that is probably going to be warded somewhere in there, and then there's like a big maybe to like where Maul came out. So like here. is like that's the probably zone. That's the like I'm sure they've got vision through there, and then like anywhere past those two zones, you can assume is probably not warded. Like, this is really useful, like this information for Baron plays. So if your team was ready and Baron was up, what you guys could have done without even having a pink ward there, you could have effectively rushed Baron because you know that there are definitely not any wards there unless there's like a pink ward which has lasted for like 7 or 8 minutes. But yeah,
Or just
just time in your head like where the pressure's been for the last little while. So yeah, like you guys should be able to collapse on that. Oh, do it, solo her. You've got this. Oh man, the brutality. Please use that Frost Queens. Oh man.
Ribbon.
Yeah. Oh wait, my mouse is going haywire. Okay, so like your engage onto Morg wasn't that bad, but if you used obviously Frost Queens, it would have probably one got you a kill, and two now you've wasted exhaust. So
Blew everything just for a trade.
yeah, it effectively is only a trade now. Because she hasn't popped her ultimate or her Zonia's, so they kind of have a little bit of advantage for the next little bit. So yeah, as soon as you flag dragged in, open with your bubble, not your W. Just
Okay.
again. Yeah, this game 100% dragged on like way longer than it should have. Ooh. Okay, so top inhib's open. Just one person needs to clear that wave bot, and then yeah, the rest of you can head towards top lane. While your team goes to clear top lane, what you can do is you can go back to Baron and clear the vision around it again.
Okay.
So let's see, so you're gonna. Okay.
I'm gonna walk around and do nothing for 2 minutes.
I don't think they push bot right. That might slow push out. Chaos. Please. No! No pink ward again. Should always have one pink ward on the map.
There is one pink ward on the map.
There's one, yeah. It's not yours though.
Well, you didn't say
Okay.
that.
I think you had vision of this, like, once again, you had vision of, like, this area, and Jarvan EQ'd here, but no one ran out this way, from what I remember. Like, I might be
Pretty
dead,
sure there's a ward just here that your mouse is on.
Whereabouts?
Oh, there was just back where your mouse was before. I'm pretty sure there's a ward there, and I've completely forgotten about it.
Oh, man. Oh, okay. Wave, wave, wave. Nice. Yeah, that works. Little bit delayed, but it still works. And Mikhails, get ready to use it. Never mind, you guys just completely crapped on them. Okay. Because you don't have any minions, and you have no tanks, I don't know whether you guys can end. Getting double inhibin back onto Baron would probably be the way to go here.
I think we get the second
Oh.
in here for Karthus, but I don't think we go for Baron. I think we're all too low for that.
Oh, you could have actually probably, if you microed it so that only one turret hit there, you guys could have actually won the game actually. Yeah. Like, if you position right up the top here, on like just above this one turret here, then like only one turret is aggroing you, and then you can just like pretty much take them down one at a time and end. And I think there would have been enough time for the rest of you to do Baron, even without a smite. They don't have any globals to take it. You had like a 20-second window.
I think I tried to juggle the dragon there for the ribbon, but
That's alright, doesn't really matter at this stage again. Oh.
should have cleared that before we actually did dragon, but
Oh, it's alright, like... I didn't even expect them to have on there, to be honest.
I think that was a bit of paranoia. I'm like, okay, I can't see anybody. Is there a ward here? I'm like, oh shit. Oh well.
all 5 of them had spawned, at least was dead. You guys were down at Dragon. If I was them, I would have rushed Baron 100%. Right. Like, they needed a desperation Baron there. Lay one of your wards out. Ward here so that you can see if they're actually going to transition. So you sweep that bush before and no one's come past the pink ward. That's yeah, another way to the sweep. Damn man, the range on that W. Holy crap. Nice, 1 ward. So that's 0 of 3. Oh sorry, 1 of 3. 2 of 3. Yeah, this is free as anything. Okay, now, if you're gonna go into a shot calling role, as soon as one objective's done, start pinging something else.
Okay.
So whether that's bottom because you got a massive wave there, or you just brute force it mid. Just like, have everyone on the same page. Okay, so you got 1 rotating down and 4 of you running mid. Just because that was like a last second play made where you guys had already just decided what you were going to do. Oh, Mikhail's. You've used an active, GG. This game's over. You've learnt about active items.
I think because my brother's just in the next room, so I was already sitting there saying, okay, follow me type of thing, and if they followed him, it was just going to be the rough idea. But that's assuming that everybody's going to do what you want them to do.
Panic flash. Oh, people will do what you want if you ping first. It's when you ping like last minute. Okay, nice wave. Drives them off the turret, but you guys can hit the turret. So, oh my gosh, did I do it? I did it again, didn't I? Wait.
Crush OP.
No, I just hit this one button, which like
Ruins it for everybody.
Yep. So this is where we're. It's if I hit B, which is next to spacebar, which is pause, then it like ends the video. So I just kind of need to remember where we're up to.
Pretty much, yeah. There's a wave.
Okay, so yeah, ping the turret around here. Because that's your main objective right now. It's like that wave's gonna send them back, and you guys want to drop that turret as fast as you can. So yeah, people are going in and out, like trying to get shots, and nothing gets done. But oh wow. Nice work, you can exhaust him as soon as he comes up like that. Also because the damage, like, as well as CC, chuck it on him, and that would do like nothing to you guys, and you'd probably end up with a kill here. Like, a free kill. He did a really bad flash. Oh, nice work. Yeah, so this game's over.
There was a frost quick in there somewhere.
Oh, there was too. Oh my gosh. You had that item for like 34 minutes probably, or like 30 something minutes, and
I don't know who's counting.
All right.
Style points for the victory.
Okay. So, I mean, I did throw like a lot of stuff in there. I repeated a few because I'm trying to stress those points. Obviously they were like reasonably important. A couple of things which I didn't add were like in laning phase when they were going up to CS. Is probably the best time for you to be using your bubble is predict what CS they're going to go for. So look at like if your cannon minions on low health, and you know Caitlyn's like basic attack range. You'd want to be throwing your bubble exactly where she's going to stand to last hit that minion, and that forces her to either take the bubble and eat the trade for the minion, or back off the minion and lose the 50 gold. So, like, that's one thing which I forgot to stress earlier, which is really, really important for laning phase. Cannon minions are worth 3 times the amount of a normal minion, so it's like denying her half of a normal wave.
Okay.
And yeah, that works for any minion, not cannon minions as well, but people get real greedy for them because they know that they're worth more. So yeah, just focus on like throwing your CC out to try and deny them that. Yeah, you might not hit the bubble, but it's worth. Anyway, for those that are watching, I'm gonna wrap it up here. It's been a pretty long video actually, and yeah, as I said, a lot of info chucked into it. So hope you guys learn a lot, and yeah, GG, well played. I'll be recording more of these. If you have any questions about this game or Nami in general, feel free to like drop it in the comments below or ask me on Facebook. Yeah, thanks guys.